What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 147 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. We back.
What's up, brother?
We back.
We are back.
And with a lot of shit to talk about.
We are back, and I'm excited about it, man. We got a packed show tonight.
I'll pack you.
Oh, whoa.
That's a throwback. I think it was like episode 55 or something like that.
I know, man. We've been through a lot, man. Damn, what is this, episode 147 you said?
Yeah, I just said it.
That's kind of crazy. That's a reflection period, bro.
Almost two.
At 150, I'm gonna take a day and I'm gonna reflect. That's the best way to do it.
You have to. Subtle reminders are key.
You got to sit back and just think about all the memories we made and how we could progress forward and make our show a little bit better. It's always about improving, right?
Learning, growing, and improving.
That's it, man. That's it. So anyway, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, let's get off of that and let's get right into it because we have a lot of shit to talk about, and I can't wait to talk about it. All right, so we're going to start off with the NBA. Ja Morant gets suspended for 2 games by the Grizzlies, and he's now out indefinitely for flashing a gun in a strip club in Denver with no shirt on. And he went live on Instagram. Excuse me. You want to take this one or?
Yeah, I think the guy's overly. He's obviously stupid as hell. But the good thing is he stepped away from the game to get some help. It looks like. I respect that, because
I don't.
At the end of the day, well, look, I know he made a mistake and everything, but at least he owned up to the mistake. He's willing to take some time away to kind of like check out his circle, his inner circle, make sure that they're telling him the right things. But yeah, no, I respect it, man. I respect his treatment, honestly, afterwards. I do. I absolutely.
Nick, what are we doing here?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm giving the man credit, dude. He's a young kid, who made a mistake, right? And
agreed.
And the thing is, though, the mistake is kind of stupid as hell because the report came out that he had a 17-year-old boy and he put a gun up. What did he put a gun up to his head or something?
He punched
like that,
him and beat him up and then walked outside with a gun.
With a gun. Yeah. So after that report came out, he goes on Instagram Live and then there's a gun showing in his Instagram Live. Well, you want to talk about completely telling on yourself. There you go, dude. So that was stupid. But the overall treatment of it, I respect it.
So here's my thing. I have an issue, obviously, with flashing the gun because that's just stupidity and there's no need to do that. I have a problem with the apology because you know what he did?
Go ahead.
He insulted the entire mental health community because this is what athletes do. They make a dumb mistake and then you know what it is? They're stepping away to reflect and become a better overall person and be the best version of themselves. So let me get this straight. You go on Instagram after you lose your game. You go on Instagram Live, take your shirt off in a strip club, flash your fucking pistol like you're all that, and you nobody wants to pull up on you. But then when you do that dumb thing and you get caught and you put yourself in that situation, you could turn around and say you're stepping away to get yourself better and to better your overall being. Explain to me how those two go together because 1 and 1 does not equal 2. You do not flash a gun on Instagram and it's because of your mental health and your overall well-being. And that is my issue with the mental health stuff is that if you're going to say you have mental health problems, mean it. Don't just say it because now everybody can say, well, he's going through a lot, man. He's young and has millions. What about the people that are young and don't have any money? I don't understand it. I get it. Did he make a mistake? Yes. Can he learn from it? I don't know. From the looks of it, no. He's had 3 issues in 3 weeks.
So this is a mental health issue you're saying?
Why does he need to better himself as an overall human being because he went on Instagram Live and flashed the gun?
Well, I agree with it, though. Because he should step away. He should step away.
He should step away.
Evaluate the way he's moving. He's got to do that.
But it's not to better his overall well-being.
Yes,
That's saying that his well-being is
no. It is to better his overall well-being. You want to know why? Because he's on the verge of a $200 million contract, so he doesn't want to hurt him for himself. So the best thing to do is to step away, get some proper help, talk to the right people, and move different.
But what does he have to talk to them about? I mean, it should be common sense.
Yeah, you don't get help for that.
It should be common sense. Here's the thing. If you need a therapist to tell you not to go on Instagram Live and show your pistol, then you are a fucking idiot.
Bro, common sense isn't just common anymore, bro. It's not.
But Nick, there's not even a way around this, bro. He did that. He didn't go on Instagram Live and flash his gun and beat up a 17-year-old because he's depressed and is going through things. He's doing that because he's trying to portray an image that people don't see.
Okay, so I see it differently, dude. I see it. I don't see it in the way you're talking about it. I see it in the way that he's trying to reevaluate how he is moving. I'm not talking about his mental health or anything like that. I think he just really has to figure out a way who he's around, his influences, shit like that, bro. When you are worth $200 million, absolutely you have to reevaluate things. Hell, I would too.
I'm not disputing that. I understand that.
Yeah,
I get it.
So that's that when I look at this situation, that's exactly how I see it. And I'm not gonna like give him a pass for having a gun. He's fucking idiot for that.
Nick, here's the quote. I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I'm sorry to my family, teammates, coaches, fans, partners, the city of Memphis, and the entire Grizzlies organization for letting you down. I'm going to take some time away to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being. The whole beginning of that was great. The last sentence is bullshit, and he's blaming mental health and using it as a crutch like every athlete does when they make a dumb decision.
That's exactly right. It's bullshit.
I agree. Everything you said, I agree. However, he didn't write that. His agent did.
Doesn't matter. It's still under his name.
Well, it's
I
so
agree,
his agent.
but it's also to cover up his wrongdoing.
Yeah,
because he's worth $200 million, and his agent's going to cover his ass any way he can.
But you know what would have been the right thing to say? He could have said, I'm sorry to my teammates, my family, my coaches. I need to make better decisions and look at the influences that are around me.
Okay.
If he says that and doesn't go to my stress, because here's the thing, I'm very stressed. I've never gone on Instagram Live. Now, I don't have a gun, but I've never gone on Instagram Live with a gun and went like this. What's up, man? And rap. Well, what does that have to do with stress and well-being? You're stressed out and you're in a strip club? Who's ever been stressed out in a strip club?
Look, bro, I get it. I get it. What I am saying is I think I'm looking at it differently, dude. I understand the quote. I understand that it looks like it's about mental health, and it does. I mean, word for word, the last couple sentences, it reads mental health. But I think it was worded poorly. Personally, I like based on the events, based on everything that's happened, based on his situation coming up in terms of the max contract, it makes sense to me for him to walk away and kind of reevaluate.
I do think that's the best thing.
I don't think it's the mental health thing. And if he was trying to paint that, then he's wrong by that, because that's probably not the case. I don't think he's as stressed as he looks. I mean, when he plays on the court, he don't look stressed.
When he was in that strip club, he looked happy as hell.
He's having a good time. But it also kind of brings me back to that one game where I forget who hit a three, and then Ja Morant did like the bow to, like he fake shoot somebody. I think it was an opponent of
probably, yeah.
It was actually recent though. It happened like maybe a game or two before before he walked away. So it does bring me back to that. So I think a lot of it is the immaturity issues, and I think he wants to get out of the spotlight. So for him to do that and to cover his image, that's the best way to do it. And I think the quote is just worded poorly, honestly.
And here's the thing, I agree with you. I think that the best thing is for him to step away and talk to his dad or his whoever his influencers are and things like that. And if you want to talk to a therapist to help you make better decisions and navigate, the stress of fame and things like that, I get it. But to blame the video on that, I just think is a shot at what's really going on with people. And that's why a lot of people question and are skeptics about it. Because I said, it's almost like now, whenever somebody's going through something, it's like a fad. They love to talk about it. And it's just like, okay, I get it. We can talk about it. But when you use it as a crutch for situations that don't need it, that's where I have a problem with it. And that needs to be called out, because there are people, I know people that are going through serious things, but they're not making decisions like that.
Well, look, money changes people, brother.
It does.
When you're rich like that, look, let's have
money brings out.
Let's have a real conversation about kids and money like this.
Okay.
When you are 20 something years old, young 20s, 23, 22 years old, you got millions, right?
Yep.
And you've been through a lot of shit in your life, and you've never seen that kind of money. You're going to act a little differently, bro.
Here's the thing.
And I feel like that's a lot of the athletes today. They feel like they're privileged enough to do things that regular citizens can't do because of their money. And also, a lot of these kids, they grew up into fame and shit like that. Like, they have a gifted talent. I mean, shout out to them. But also, they don't actually know who they actually deeply are.
Then why didn't Tom Brady pull out a gun in an interview? Yeah, he had money.
That's different.
Why?
Because Brady has never been in that type of culture.
Yeah,
You're saying like the upbringing?
exactly. It's the culture.
It's a culture thing. Yeah. And I totally agree with you, Phil. It's definitely a culture thing. I don't think Brady is the kind of type to do that. That's not his culture or where he comes from.
So here's the thing though. My thing is when you look at it, I just feel like,
am I right about that though?
What?
I mean, like I think a lot of
but
it's money and like, dude, these kids, they're kids, bro.
I understand that, but here's the thing with money does change people. But to me, money doesn't change who you are. It brings out what you really are, because you have people that, like, if you have a bunch of, like, if I made $5 million, right? I'm thinking right in my head now, I'm paying off my house. I'm paying off my brother's house. I'm paying off my mom's house. I'm already thinking of the good I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start donating. I'm going to sponsor a family from a poor country. I'm going to do things like that with my money and do well with it. Other people get it and they're blowing it everywhere. So money does change you, but I think truly deep down, money just brings out who you truly are.
Morals.
Right.
Morals.
But you're speaking as a 30-year-old and above.
Yeah.
Type of dude. Yeah. You're like, and around 30 years old, you're more mature. You know what you want in life. You went through the struggles in the 20s and shit like that. Like, that's where, in the 20s, you party a lot, you have fun, but you're speaking as a 30-year-old. Imagine a 22-year-old kid who's on the brink of a $200 million contract, has a lot of money, has a lot of fame. He's all over ESPN. He's all over the highlights. He's hanging out with superstars, hanging out with rappers, hanging out with all that stuff. That is going to bring you, like, that's going to inflate your ego a lot more. And you don't really know yourself at that age, more or less. A lot of people don't. So I think that's where a lot of mistakes come from.
Yep.
You're not thinking properly because you think you're on top of the world and you think you own shit. Especially at that age. I mean, when I was 20-something years old, dude, I was making a lot of mistakes, a lot of stupid shit that I wouldn't do today. Why? Because I'm speaking as a 30-year-old as opposed to I was at 21 and 22. You grow a lot in your 20s. But like, it's just to me, it's a maturity factor. That's all it is.
And I agree. And I think it's a great point, to be honest, because that's, it's relative and it's true. I'm speaking from a 30-year-old's perspective as opposed to 23. But to me, it's just like, not every mistake is created equal. And
there's different magnitudes to different mistakes.
Yeah. So like, and it's just like, when I see something like that, it's just like, okay. And here's the thing. I like Ja Morant, the basketball player. I think he's awesome. I love watching him. I got so turned off and so triggered, if you couldn't tell, by the last line of I need to manage my stress and my overall well-being, because in a sense, it's getting a pass.
That's exactly what it is.
And that's what I don't like, because it's like, all right, bro, you need to own that, because if he's not owning it, he's never going to get better. You don't learn from your mistakes until you own them and say, all right, look, I really fucked up. I need to get better.
Right. But that's his agent covering his ass.
Here's the thing. I hope he turns around. I don't want anything to happen.
You think he wrote that?
Actually, I did.
Really?
I really did, to be honest.
They don't write any of that shit.
If that really was his agent should be fired, because his agent shouldn't blame it on that. Well, his agent doesn't need to be his friend. His agent needs to guide him and make him learn from his mistakes and make sure he can prosper and be the best and get the best out of his career and his life. He shouldn't turn around and blame it on things like that, because at that point, he's not helping him. He's crippling him.
I don't disagree with you, man. I don't disagree with that. The last couple of sentences, I totally agree with you. But I think the overall sentiment is what we talked about.
We'll see.
I say it.
Now, here's the thing. They were saying that it may go even deeper because they don't know how he got the gun on the plane and then to Colorado. And it's like forbidden through the NBA rules to have gun on the facility and stuff like that. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
So I have no idea. I read something on Twitter today about like a 50-game suspension.
Was it a private jet?
Yeah, but it was against the NBA policy and the Grizzlies policy or something.
Is the NBA checking his bags getting on the fucking plane?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'd say no one's checking his bags. You can hop right on a private jet without going through normal TSA.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how that goes. So I don't know. I hope they get him back for the playoffs if everything is cool. Because like without him, the Grizzlies
more details will surface.
Yeah, I'm just saying on the outside looking in.
I hope he is back for the playoffs. I really do, because the Grizzlies are a really good team.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see their season be derailed because of that. And if it is, then it is. But at the same time, I wish the best for him, dude. He's a talented player.
Me too. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's doing really dumb shit.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think he's misguided.
I don't know.
That's really what it is, dude. They're misguided kids, dude. They're kids, bro.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, I get it. They are. He's 23 years
old. Imagine going to the store and buying whatever the fuck you want, dude. I can't even wrap my head around that concept, let alone a 21 or 22-year-old. That's probably my neighbor. He's probably burning it now outside. Shout out to my neighbor, though.
All right, let's move on now. Either way, I hope Ja figures himself out and gets back on course.
Better. Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the most talented players in the league, especially at this age. And I said he was the next coming of Kobe in terms of talent and in terms of killer instincts. Like, he has that. So I want to see him get better.
Yep. All right, Clippers go on a 24-2 run to beat the shorthanded Grizzlies. Do you believe in the Clippers at all, or what's going on? Because here's the thing. Russell Westbrook is catching a lot of shit, and I don't think it's fair because their struggles right now are not because of Russell Westbrook.
I agree.
They're just letting up. They're legitimately giving up 150 points a game.
Close to that, yeah.
They let up 176 against the Kings, 150 the other night, 140 before that. I just don't understand it with them. I mean, you have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So aren't they supposed to be two of the top 10 defenders in the league?
Yeah, but I don't. It's weird. That team just doesn't feel like it can coexist. It just feels like it's ran its course to me. I think Paul George and Kawhi, they've been together for the last 4 years, and they haven't accomplished shit.
Has it been 4 years?
It's been 4 years, I think. Yeah.
This is year 4.
This is year 4.
Okay.
And they haven't accomplished anything, dude. It's like, all right, the clock is ticking now. But do I believe in this team? Yeah. I mean, like, they're talented as all hell. I think they're deep. I think they have a deep bench and everything. But at the same time, it's like the West is really stacked, bro. And Kawhi and Kawhi, like, to me, like, and Paul George, they're like more like rhythm guys. You know what I mean? Like, when they're hot, they're hot. When they're cold as fuck, they're
way off
cold.
P.
Yeah, way off P. But I yeah, a 24-2 run is fucking impressive, though. I don't care who you're playing.
My thing is with the Clippers is, for all the slack for all the shit that AD and LeBron get, Kawhi and Paul George get nothing. And AD has played more games than Kawhi Leonard since they both came to LA.
Well, it makes sense to me. It's the Lakers and the Clippers are two different markets, bro.
That's
I know
fair.
They live in the same city, but the Lakers are always going to have the spotlight on them, no matter what. I don't care who the Clippers have. They're always going to be the spotlight of the city. It's the Lakers, bro. They are the best. They are the most historical franchise in the NBA next to Boston.
And the Knicks.
So and the Knicks. But the Clippers, they're like that LA team in the background. You know what I mean? Like, they're like the Chargers of the NFL.
It's like when you play a video game with your little brother and unplug his controller.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't like I don't know. I'm curious to see how far they will go. How far do you think they can go?
Second round.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't see a Western Conference Finals appearance?
I don't, because here's the thing, like, honest to God, here's the thing. Well, no, it's different now because I don't think they're better than the Suns. I think the Warriors would beat them in 7. The Nuggets, that would be a good series. I would probably lean Nuggets, though, to be honest, because I just don't believe in the Clippers.
It's so funny. Like, speaking of the Nuggets, a lot of people have picked them to go to the finals and win it.
I haven't seen anyone do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot.
And it was actually driving me crazy because
I've actually heard a lot of
Nikola Jokic is about to be a back-to-back MVP, and I've seen nobody pick him to win the finals. And I just look at it and I'm like, okay, so how is he the MVP? Nobody's picking him to go to the finals.
He is a beast, though.
He is good.
He's so fucking.
He's not better than Embiid, but he's good.
I think he might be the best player in the NBA.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think he might be.
You're trolling.
I'm not trolling.
You're trolling, bro. He's not the best player in the NBA.
Look at the stats, bro.
I don't care about stats, dude.
Look at the MVPs. Look at the stats. Look,
oh my God.
Look,
this is embarrassing.
So look, when we had a conversation about the MVP last year, it was based on, I'm not going to say it was biased because Embiid definitely deserved it, but we were more fired up because Embiid's our boy. We're Sixers fans, so it hurt us a little bit more than it would to the public. But when you look at the body of work of Jokic, bro, he's something serious. Okay, like we haven't really.
He is good, bro, but he's got a great team around him. Like a great team, and Embiid. Look what Embiid's doing. 31-11.
Well, Jamal Murray and Porter, they were both out last year, and Jokic won the MVP.
And they were a first round exit in 5.
Okay,
that's not MVP shit.
Well, I mean, if you're the only one performing on your team and you put up great stats and you got them to the playoffs when your team had no business being in the playoffs, but you made it because of him, then yeah, you're going to get MVP.
I think they were like a 4th or a 5th seed.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So what happened in the playoffs?
Well, the playoffs are a different animal, bro. Like, especially in basketball, it's not going to be one player that propels it. Usually, in
LeBron didn't say that.
Well, LeBron's a different animal.
Kobe didn't say that.
They're different animals, bro.
Scottie Pippen didn't say that.
But it's also the position that they play too. It is. It's predicated on the position.
I agree. Now look, he's averaging a triple-double, which is crazy because he's getting praised for it when everybody did nothing but slander Russell Westbrook. But that's a different story for a different day.
Well, he's efficient. That's why.
What are you talking about?
Jokic is very efficient.
But Russell Westbrook that same year won an MVP and lost in the first round to, I forget who he lost in the first round to. Oh, I think it was the Blazers. No, it wasn't the Blazers. I forget who it was. Lost in the first round and he got criticized. He was stat padding, chasing records and all that shit. And then Jokic does it. And it's like, he might be the best guy in the NBA. I'm so disappointed.
I don't know why you're disappointed. Explain to me who is better right now.
Okay, you're starting a franchise right now.
Mm-hmm.
You take for this year only, Luka or Joker. This is insane.
To me, it's going to be Luka. I love Luka. I'm not.
So how the fuck is he the best player in the NBA?
I'm talking about an overall skill set and at his position. Like you can go outside. It depends on what you like. If you like a Luka Doncic on your team over a Joker, then I can see it. Like the position that he plays isn't normally sexy, bro.
But Nick, here's my issue with Joker.
That's why
Joker is efficient. And if you measure by advanced stats and analytics, he's like the best basketball player ever, literally from that statement. But my point is, Joel Embiid is doing the same exact thing as him on offense, and he's a better defender. So I don't understand what's going on here. I literally can't understand what is going on with the Joker stuff. He is a really, really good player. He's great.
He's not really, really good. He's amazing, bro.
So if he's amazing, pick him to win the West.
64% from the field. That's fucking efficient, bro.
I understand that.
When I talk about an MVP, I'm talking about efficiency. I'm talking about putting the ball in the hoop. I'm talking about everything, bro. He's shooting 82% from his free throws.
Defense.
What?
Defense. He's horrible on defense. That's why Embiid cooks his ass every time they play. My question is though, so who do you got winning who do you have representing the West this year?
Wow.
It should be easy. He's efficient as all hell. 83% from the free throw line, 64% from the field, averaging a triple-double.
I'm going by the overall team though. You're arguing player versus an entire team.
The team is good as shit.
Can Joker beat the Suns by himself? Hell fucking no.
He should be able to. If he is that,
shouldn't.
Wait a minute. Ooh. If he's that dude,
he is very good.
If he is that dude, a 3-time MVP, he's got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Bruce Brown, Jeff Green. What do you need? Why are you picking the Suns against them?
So is your beef because he's in the conversation of winning the MVP again? What's your beef?
My beef is that when I feel like there is no objectivity with Joker. I feel like everybody talks about Joker in this light, that he is the best player in the game. And then when it comes time to predict teams to go to the finals, nobody's picking the Nuggets.
So if Kevin Durant was on the Nuggets and they had Kevin Durant and Joker, they would 100% go to the finals. But you 100%. You need an outside superstar. He could dominate the paint. He could do all that.
But he does do that from the 3-point line.
I know.
He can do that.
But that's not his actual skill set. His skill set is down low. But if you get shooters on the outside and give them some players that are top-notch performers and shooters, then yes, he could be successful. But Jamal Murray, is he reliable? Would you say? Okay, all right.
He had the injury after he had the bubble. Then he had the injury, and now he's back.
Right, and Porter Jr. hasn't been reliable. So yeah.
Aaron Gordon's been reliable. Aaron Gordon's been playing all right.
He's okay.
He's a good player.
But you're talking about the Suns, who have literally a 3-headed monster between Booker, Paul, and KD.
Paul's on his last legs.
Okay, I got you. But whatever. But you got Joker, Jamal Murray, Porter, and Aaron Gordon. What are we talking about here?
But bro, if he's that guy, but that's how I judge them. When you're talking. So then what's he doing winning 3 MVPs in a row? If he can't carry the squad, then why is he winning that award? If you're telling me, like, everybody's telling me, like, this is the MVP, he's that
easy
guy
to me, bro.
and then they're telling me why he can't win it.
The reason why he's winning the award, because if you take him off that team is dog shit. They are fucking horrible.
They're better than the Sixers without Embiid.
Explain.
I get told from everybody that James Harden's washed up.
So wait, you're telling me you take off Embiid off the Sixers?
Yes.
And you take off Joker off the Nuggets?
Yes, the Sixers are worse.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
So in a series without those two, if it was Nuggets versus Sixers, Jamal Murray's the best player in the series.
Okay.
The second best player would be James Harden.
And who's the third?
The third, Michael Porter Jr.
I would say Maxi's probably a little bit better.
I would think Porter Jr. is a little bit better.
I don't know.
All right, well, even if they're a toss-up, but Harden, Maxey, and Tobias Harris, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr.
Bro, come on. There's no way. There's no way you think the Nuggets would be better.
I think the Nuggets will be better.
No fucking shot.
Absolutely. I get told from everybody that James Harden's washed up.
I don't think he's the same player.
You told me you said that. You said he was washed.
I did say it, and
so Embiid's playing.
He's washed up to compare to what we thought we were going to acquire.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
I disagree on that. He just had 20 assists last night, and the night before that, he had 38 points.
He just can't move the way he used to move.
I understand, and I get that. I'm with you. He can't go out. He can't go out and give you 50 a night,
right?
And that's okay because he's now transitioning where he's running the floor. And when you can get 20 assists on any given night, you're still fine.
Bro, you can't tell me. And if Aaron Gordon is in your big three, it's better than the Sixers' big three.
I mean, the Sixers,
sorry,
but Nick, you have to think. In the Sixers' big three is Tobias Harris.
Okay.
You have Maxey. He was a sixth man all year. I don't know why, but that's a different story. You have Tobias Harris, the worst contract in the history of NBA. Then you have James Harden, washed up. You have Jamal Murray, young star. Michael Porter Jr., really good player. Aaron Gordon, great two-way player.
But you got two guys out of that big three that are coming off major surgeries. Yes, that matters. Absolutely.
I understand.
And you got a young star in Maxey. I think
Maxey is really good.
He would be up there with one of the best players in that series.
I agree, but 100%. That's because they're short on talent. But I'm saying when you add in Embiid's more valuable.
Okay, so my thing is
take LeBron off the Lakers.
So you're going by the success, and I get it.
Yeah,
like I totally get it. But what is Embiid's success?
I mean, he's been to the second round 3 times,
and it hasn't amounted to shit.
And neither, but Joker too. Well, no, actually, he went to Western Conference Finals. Excuse me, in the bubble. I forgot about that. They came back.
That counts for something.
It does.
He got further than Embiid.
I'm not discrediting him. I'm not discrediting him for
Embiid.
that.
I love Embiid.
I actually forgot until you just said that. So there you go.
I would take Embiid over Joker. That's because I'm a Sixers fan and I just love Embiid. But we cannot deny, and I'm not going to sit here and disrespect Joker's talent.
No, I'm not.
And what he means to the game of basketball.
No, I'm not.
He is an elite talent that we have not seen before, bro. He is really, really good.
I know that.
It's
and
amazing.
It's like you said, it's not sexy.
It's not sexy, bro.
But
he doesn't have to be.
And he doesn't play any defense. So that's a knock. And you have to, when you're a player of that caliber and you're that good, you have to nitpick. That just comes with the territory.
Well, that's true.
And my nitpick on him is he's a poor defensive player.
I think your beef starts because, like, you love Embiid.
Yeah, because Embiid should be the MVP, and it's not fair.
That's your beef.
Yes, it's not fair.
Fine, and that's a fair beef to have.
I have to be a Nikola Jokic truth teller.
I know, but, like, you could be a truth teller with giving him flowers.
I am.
It is well-deserved.
It is. Here's the thing, though. From a serious standpoint, I'm not even joking here. He's the first seed in the West. He's been the MVP for 3 straight years. And nobody's picking them to win the finals. If they played the Lakers in a first round series, would you think it was an easy series for them? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Be honest. And I'm not saying you think the Lakers would win.
No.
But you would be worried. Yeah. Why though? If Joker's that guy, because here's the thing: if the roles were reversed and the Nuggets were an 8th seed and the Lakers were the 1 seed with LeBron, you would say, "Oh, they're going to sweep them. Gentlemen sweep at worst." That's where I have the issue because it's like, okay, what are we doing? Is like Joker's that guy? But he's not that guy. That's where I get confused in the argument.
So I keep thinking about the question you asked me of who I would take over Joker. You said
for one season,
Luka or Joker. And I see where you were coming from, but it's really just based off of the position, bro. It's 100% based off the position. If a team can acquire a Joker, but has nothing around him over somebody, or you can have Luka who could distribute the basketball to his teammates at any given time and can score, you're probably going to lean towards Luka.
Well, Joker's averaging more assists than him.
No, I know, but Luka spreads the ball out a lot, and he could score too.
No,
and he plays points.
See, that's the problem. And here, this is what I'm talking about. Luka doesn't do that. Luka leads the league in usage rate. He's always got the ball in his hand. That's why it's going to be such a. That's why I said the Mavs are pretenders.
That's what you want. You want the guy always to put the ball in your hand.
I understand that, but he doesn't average a lot of assists. That's not what he does. He just dribbles around the whole time and then creates his own shots. So they are two very different players. You're totally right.
Yeah, right. It really just depends on what you like as a GM.
Yeah,
in that context.
But I mean, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. Well, I would take.
They're different skill sets, though.
I agree, but Joker's he's got 3 MVPs. He's averaging a triple double. What is the holdback? He's dominating.
It's so perfect, bro. It's just the sexiness, bro. Like Joker's not sexy.
He's all sloppy and shit.
He's not sexy, right? He's all sloppy. He has no swagger to him. He doesn't flash. He doesn't show his watch.
He doesn't brush his
chains. He doesn't wear baggy jeans. He doesn't wear all this fucking designer clothes. He doesn't do all that, bro. He's not a flashy dude. He's not a media personality. But these other guys, like you can get like a Steph Curry, and other players that are flashy, like Steph Curry, LeBron, all them. Dude, they're fucking phenomenal players, but they all have a different skill set than Joker. That's just really what it is. They're just different players in the game of basketball. But we have never seen Joker like this, bro. Like Embiid, you could say. But if we're gonna kill Joker for his success, we have to be consistent across the board.
I'm not killing him for his success. He's having a great season. I think I'm more on the, I'm nitpicking because, like I said, he's about to win 3 MVPs. Embiid should have won one of them. And it's just like, Embiid's better than him. Embiid is better than Jokic, dude.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Disappointed.
I love Embiid, bro, but Joker's really good, bro. Like, let's stop here.
He's fucking crazy. You won't think he's a top 5 player in the NBA?
I think Steph is better. I think KD is better. I think Luka is better. I think Jason Tatum's better. What's that, 4 or 5?
What makes them better? What makes them better? Those players that you named.
Jason Tatum's better.
What makes them better? Is it better leadership? Is it better? I don't know. I mean, you tell me, because they play different positions than he does.
I think Luka's better because I think Luka can do more. I think that from Luka can do more. Kevin Durant goes without saying. Steph Curry goes without saying. Jason Tatum, I think he's been to a finals.
I got you, but he had Jaylen Brown.
I mean, I'll give you that because I like Jaylen Brown, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But still, I don't like. You're not going to sit here and tell me you would take Jokic over those guys.
But all those guys that you mentioned have played with superstars.
Jaylen Brown's not a superstar. Luka Doncic has never played with a superstar. Steph Curry has, Kevin Durant
he can be a superstar.
He's
an all-star.
He's a star.
Sure.
He's not a superstar.
Right. And Joker's never played with a star. You want to say Jamal Murray? Okay, whatever. He is good. He's talented. But he ain't one of the best players in the NBA.
I think it's a coin flip with Jaylen Brown and Jamal Murray.
Wow. Really?
I think Jamal Murray is that good, and people just forget because of the knee injury. Jamal Murray is that dude. Jamal Murray is really good.
I think he is very good. I agree.
Jamal Murray is really good.
But when you talk about Steph with Clay, Draymond, Jordan Poole, like, they got a squad, bro.
I understand.
I know Steph's an elite talent. I know he's the leader of that team. I know he's a big part of the success of the Warriors. I'm not taking
Cap. I think it's Draymond, but still.
What?
I think Draymond's the leader of that team.
I would disagree with that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Besides the point, they all have players that can play with them. They can rally around their skill set. They can do things. They can do other things that Steph doesn't have to do.
Yep.
Joker doesn't have that on his team. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you put Joker alongside Jason Tatum, you telling me they're not going to be you're telling me they won't make the finals. Jason Tatum and Joker. That's crazy, bro. They would be insane.
But Nick, you're talking about 2 of the top 10 players.
Well, that's what the Suns have. Well, if Devin Booker is top 20, in my opinion, but yeah,
top 20, okay.
Okay.
Top 10.
A top 20 player in the NBA is very fucking good.
I understand that, but it's
As
not
a
top
second
10. You're
fi-
acting like Devin Booker's an elite
as
player
a
in the
second
league.
fiddle. As a second fiddle, absolutely.
He's great, and now he's talking with his chest out because he's got big brove.
I do like that.
I don't. As weak. However, I want the Mavs in this. We're going to get to that. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. All right, let's go. Lakers get important win over Golden State to stay in the playoff race. Now there's a 4-way tie for the 10th seed. They play the Timberwolves tonight. The Timberwolves are the 6th seed. Big win for them. If they pull it off, it's a big game for them. Where do you think? What do you think happens?
Carl Anthony Towns is out still, right?
Yeah, I think so, but it don't matter. He's sweet.
He is sweet. I think every game here on out is a must win.
The next Lakers have 6 of their next 8 at home, so that should be good for them. They have to win.
Thing.
They have to win tonight.
Here's the thing: is it really a must win?
Oh yeah,
I mean
that's the 6th seed, and you can knock them down.
If their race is so tight, well, they're what are they 3 games back?
Yeah, but they need to. Here's the thing: they need to stack wins because.
Oh well, the Timberwolves are 3 games above them, so
and they're in the 6th seed.
Yeah. Right.
You want to try and gain a game or two on those teams. You don't want to be in a 3-way tie because then tiebreakers come in, all that. You don't control your own destiny.
Well, the big win was against the Mavericks last week. That was LeBron's game
huge.
where he popped his ankle. And that was a major game.
I know. Now they should win. I hope they win tonight. They just won last night with AD. AD needs to keep being AD, and the Lakers should be fine. Like I said, AD, if you're that guy, stay healthy, stay on the court, and lead your team, dude. You have a good enough squad around you right now to lead them.
You think the Lakers win tonight?
Yes.
It like non-biased shit.
Yeah, because D'Lo and Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt all came from Minnesota.
I agree. I
think it's going to be a really good game though, because I think I don't know what I'm getting out of AD, and that's the problem.
Well, no, they play the Wolves tonight.
Yeah, they play the Wolves. That's where D'Lo and Beasley and Vanderbilt came from.
No, they play the Grizzlies tonight.
Oh, they play the Grizzlies?
The Grizzlies.
I'm sorry. I said the Wolves.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm sorry. They do. They play the short-handed Grizzlies.
They play the Grizzlies tonight. I think they're going to win tonight.
So do I. And
although I don't think it's going to be easy.
I don't know why I said the Wolves. I don't know what made me say that. Sorry.
I don't think it's going to be easy.
I don't know. Here's the thing. It could be deflating because they were up so many against the Clippers last night, and now they have to turn around and play, or 2 nights ago, they have to turn around and play now. When you blow a 24-point, when you go let up a 26-point lead like that, it sucks.
Yeah, but it makes you want to go back into the court and
it could
kind of right your wrongs a little bit.
Is it that, or can it be demoralizing? They have a lot of stuff going on in the locker room. It's a good spot for the Lakers, and it could be a tough stretch for the Grizzlies. And now they're learning that Ja is out indefinitely, so I don't know. However, they were like 21-4 last year without Ja when he got hurt. Remember that?
Yeah.
So
this is going to be Taylor Jenkins is his moment, I would say.
Can you coach the team?
Well, he did last year.
Yeah.
And they went on a crazy run. They were 21-2.
I think something like that.
It was
20-4. I know.
Now it's a different team. It's a different, schedule, different vibe, different scenario. Now you got your superstar in the spotlight and bad news. But I like the Lakers tonight. I think the Lakers get it done. They're home. They should get this W. I mean, Anthony Davis, he needs to dominate, bro.
I know.
Like moving forward until LeBron comes back, he needs to be that guy. He needs to demand he needs to man the ball. He needs to play good, play great defense, get all the rebounds. He needs to do what he does best, and I think he will. I do. Unless he, he misses a couple games because that's what he does. But
yeah,
I hope not for the Lakers' sake, because I actually do think this race is going to be really, really interesting down the stretch.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to come down to the last week of the season.
I know. And is LeBron out for the rest of the season?
No.
3 weeks is a long time.
Well, 2 weeks he gets his foot reevaluated to see where he is. So I think that'll give a better indication on when he comes back. But I would say he'll be back in about 2-3 weeks.
And he's going to come back. He's going to light the league on fire.
Of course, that's what he does. He's the best in the world.
It's really what
he's the best ever.
Now, if the Lakers can get within a game or two,
and Joker's not better than Giannis, but carry on. I forgot to mention him.
That's fair.
So anyway,
I can't dispute that. I think he's one of the best players in the NBA, though.
Agreed. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, tonight's game is huge for them. They need to win, and I think they're going to get it done. I like the Lakers tonight.
All right, Sixers erased 14-point deficit to beat the Bucks and snap their 16-game win streak on Sunday. That was impressive. James Harden went back to Houston James.
About time.
38 points, 5 and 9 from 3. Then he follows it up with 20 assists.
Took him a long time to come back.
If James Harden could just find a way to score 25 to 30, the Sixers are really hard to beat.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you what, the Sixers are absolutely a contender in the East to win the East.
I don't know about that,
The
bro.
Eastern Conference, excuse me.
I don't know about that. This team scares me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, when I was watching this Bucks game, I was like, damn, yo, we really can't beat Boston or Milwaukee. And I'm not saying that we could beat them in a 7-game series. It's just a regular season game, and it was a big win. It boosts morale. It boosts confidence, like saying to our team, "Hey, we can contend with the best in the East, in the Bucks." But in terms of winning the East, I'm not really that confident.
They're a top 3 team.
Top 3, yes, but
They're a top 3 team.
I'm not confident they can go to the finals.
I am.
Or the Eastern Conference.
I absolutely think they can.
We can't beat Boston in 7. We can't beat the Bucks in 7. We can't beat them, bro.
Well, look, the Bucks
cannot beat them. If we fuck around and play the Cavaliers, we might be in trouble too.
Anyone who plays the Cavaliers is going to be in trouble. Because the Cavaliers are really good. They're the best defensive team in basketball.
They're really good, bro.
So, but no, I think the Sixers can contend. It just depends on, Doc's rotations and things like that. And can Embiid rise to the moment? And we need him to.
Well,
you're a top 5 player in the NBA, a top 3 player in the NBA, in my estimation.
So if he can't rise to the occasion this year, what do?
You still got to you ride him out.
You can't, bro.
You're not trading Embiid.
You have to figure something out. You cannot.
You got to get rocking
with the same lineup and losing in the second round for 4 straight.
I know
that can't happen.
I know,
bro.
but it's not that simple. I don't know what you do.
It is simple. You got to shake it up. Dude.
I'm saying how.
That I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I honestly don't know, but you have to figure out. You have to start to look into your future. You have to. He's a tall dude. He's a big man. There's a lot of wear and tear on those legs, bro. And big men like that don't normally last.
You only have
a regular career.
2 or 3 years left of this Embiid.
That's what I'm saying. So why not get the max for him? Is that a bad deal?
I would never trade.
Is it crazy to say?
I believe so, because I would never trade a top 3 player in the NBA. I think that's lunacy.
Top 3 for the next 2 years, 3 years, with no sight in Boston letting up, and the Bucks ain't going nowhere. Boston's not going nowhere.
I mean, you never know what could happen. They could trade Jaylen Brown. It's been rumored.
I get it, but there's something to be said about a GM who wants to sit there and lose in the second round again, and you got to start to figure something out. Like, to me, this is a make or break year for the Sixers.
It's a big year, and I don't know what would happen. I think Doc would go.
If they lose in the second round, I think you got to absolutely throw the idea around of trading Embiid. Absolutely. I know Doc would be gone, but you absolutely have to think about it. You have to, bro.
I don't understand that. Why would you trade your best player? What are you going to – I mean, here's the thing. You could probably get 75 first-round picks for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of what other players got.
Right.
But, I mean –
what would you rather do? Gain 15 first-round picks or lose in the second round the next 2-3 years? The same result.
I mean, bro, it's hard to say that because when you have Embiid, you have a chance.
Okay.
The problem is that the other teams, they're trading Kevin Durant and things like
I know, but the East, it's just Boston. Boston's got Tatum and Brown, and they got a couple other pieces too that are really good. But the Sixers have Embiid.
We could beat Boston though.
We're not going to.
I don't know that.
They have our number, dude.
I know. I don't know why.
I
don't get it. I really don't understand why we can't beat this team. And it's like we're cursed against them.
Correct.
Every single time we play them, some crazy shit happens. Like, not even crazy. It's just they just beat us. We're blowing them out the whole game. And then all of a sudden they come back and it's like, come on, man.
I know.
You just feel the energy getting sucked out of you as you're watching the game.
And then you got to do that for 7 games. You think we could beat them for 7 games? I don't see it, dude. I don't see it. So my thing is, what can you do to improve the roster? What can you do?
Throw the kitchen sink. If you lose, you throw every single asset and everything you have to the Portland Trailblazers. Every single thing you have, you trade to the Portland Trailblazers and you get fucking Damian Lillard.
What would you give up? You got to give up Maxey. You got to give up a couple other pieces that can be very important to the overall championship team that you're trying to build. And if you're just only going in for a superstar, and look, I get it.
But if you trade Embiid, those days are gone anyway.
Well, I totally agree. And that's what I'm saying to you is how can they make this roster a championship roster where they're like the lock to win the East? Because
Add Damian Lillard.
They would be a lock.
Yes, bro. Damian Lillard and Joel Embiid.
It depends on what you trade, though. If I'm giving up 2 important pieces just to get one, me, it's like an offset.
I mean, here's the thing, though. But at that point, you have Damian Lillard. You have 2 players that can give you 40.
But
every
at that
single
point,
night.
You might be desperate enough to actually shuffle it up
And take a chance in 1 year.
I agree with
you
that.
take a chance in 1 year,
Sure.
and you see what you can do.
Sure.
You pray Embiid stays healthy, and you go after it with the best duo, with arguably the best duo in the NBA. I don't know a better duo off the top of my head that you can say are definitively better than Damian Lillard and Joel Embiid.
The only way I don't see trade, because I definitely believe there's going to be trade talks in the offseason. But the only way there's not is if the Sixers make the finals, or they make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Correct.
And depending on how they lose in the second round.
No. You have to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Depending on how they lose in the second round, though. Because if they go 7 and they lose on in overtime or something.
Got to get over the hump, bro.
Look, bro, I get it. And you know how I feel about players. I would rather acquire what they're worth now versus what they're going to be in 2 years. Because I'm getting the max for them. I'm getting the boat. If I see 2 second-round exits in the next 2 years in my future, well, then, yeah, I'm going to make a move because it's better for our franchise moving forward instead of having the second-round disappointments time and time again. You're going to lose people. And that's why, he doesn't get a lot of love because he doesn't have much success in the postseason. And you can't say he doesn't have people around him. He has had people around him.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, now this year is a put up or shut up.
Put up or shut up. I'm in the same exact boat with you.
That's where it is.
It's time to go. You have to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Anything less, I'm off. I don't want it. I'd rather just move on.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, Suns beat Mavericks. Luka and Kyrie versus Devin Booker. I can't stand Devin Booker.
D-Book.
I can't stand
D-Book, baby.
I can't stand him.
That's my guy. But yeah, that was kind of weak by the end of the game. When
that game was amazing. We need a series. We need that series.
Yeah, we do. Dang, that would be a really good series. Even though I think the Suns would win.
The Suns would win. I think they would too. But that would be an awesome series and a lot of scoring.
Yeah. KD, bro. Watching him is like, it's like watching Picasso come to life.
I mean,
it's legitimately art, bro.
The amount of stars that he's played with too is unbelievable. Like, bro, he's played with legitimately nothing but Hall of Fame players. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
Don't do that though.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I really wasn't actually. I know what you're talking about.
I thought you were gonna say, well, that's what he needs.
I know what you're talking about. And here's the thing: I would give KD credit if he won with the Suns. I would back off a little bit because I don't think they're a super team.
Interesting.
DeAndre Ayton's a really good player, but DeAndre Ayton isn't consistent. If DeAndre Ayton is giving you 20 and 10 a night, the Suns are really hard to beat. But unlike the general public, I don't think Devin Booker's all that. I think Devin Booker's a good player. I don't think he's a 1. And I don't understand how anyone rationally watching basketball thinks Devin Booker's a 1. Chris Paul, he's on his last legs. It would be great for Kevin Durant to get him. Is something funny? What happened?
Rationally watches basketball and just think he's a 1 is fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's just nothing that indicates that. He is good. I'm not saying that he's not good. But we need to stop acting like before Kevin Durant and Chris Paul and all them got there, that Devin Booker wasn't a 19-win guy. That's not a 1. Pound for pound, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's better.
Come on, bro. Stop. Don't do that.
How isn't he?
Bro, do you know what D-Book has been averaging?
Yeah, bro.
Since 2018, bro.
What's he been averaging?
27 points a game, bro.
Yeah.
That is fucking lethal.
Now go back before 2018, because when did Chris Paul and them boys get there? Well, Chris Paul got there, I think, in 2020.
Oh, he averaged 24.9 in 2017, 22.1 in 2016.
That's great.
And his rookie year, he averaged 13.8.
He's a great scorer.
He's amazing.
And this year, what's he averaging this year? What's his points this year?
27.2.
Really? You know who's averaging 31?
Who?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's great.
On the Thunder.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that SGA isn't a bad player. I think he's fucking awesome.
SGA, 1-for-1, is better than Devin Booker, bro.
In terms of what?
He's a better scorer. He can he's doing better with the Thunder than with no superstar than Devin Booker ever did with the Suns before Chris Paul got there. Ever.
You got a weird beef with D-Book, bro.
No, it's just I'm asking people to explain to me why Devin Booker is looked at as this elite guy. Yeah, he's a great scorer. He's a great
star.
shooter.
He's a superstar.
He is not a fucking superstar, and that is my problem.
How if he left the Suns and a team wanted to acquire him in free agency, they are going to pay him the max dollars to bring him in.
I understand that.
Right.
I understand that.
And they're going to treat him as he is our superstar. He is our number one player.
But Nick,
that's what they're going to do.
But SGA has the Thunder in contention. They're fighting for a playoff spot. When Devin Booker was on his own, they were winning. They were in the lottery.
But this is not an SGA versus Devin Booker. You're going by a large sample size versus a small sample size. SGA hasn't been in the league in that long.
He's been in the league since 2018. He averaged 11. He averaged 19. He averaged 24. He averaged 25. He averaged 31.
Okay.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Okay, so what's his career average?
Hold on. His career average 21. Not 21. He averages 21.
Okay, and Devin Booker averages 24.
Okay, and it took, but
what?
Nick, but he's ascending.
I'm not. So is Devin Booker, bro. Last year he had 26.8. Now this year he has 27.2. It's 0.4. He's ascending.
No, I understand that, Nick. But that team, superstars improve team records.
I got it. I know what you're arguing, and I get it. What you're saying is Devin Booker couldn't carry the Suns, whereas SGA can carry the Thunder, is what you're saying.
LaMelo Ball carried the Hornets.
I'm not disagreeing with you, and this is not an SGA versus Devin Booker conversation, but you're painting Devin Booker to be like this regular dude, bro.
I'm painting Devin Booker for exactly what he is.
Is he a second? He's a second player on a good team, is what you're saying.
Yes.
So what?
I'm not saying. No,
I said he was top 20,
but I'm not saying that that's bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing.
I don't, but my point is people talk about Devin Booker like he's a superstar. And I'm just explaining, tell me why without saying, well, look at his scoring average. The Suns were in the lottery.
Yeah.
They got DeAndre Ayton because of Devin Booker.
Okay.
Why does nobody talk about it? Yes, Devin Booker's a great scorer. 18 wins a year, 15 wins a year, 20 wins a year.
He had a bad year.
So 3 years in a row in the lottery?
He had a bad
Come on, bro.
year,
It's the same problem I have with Kyrie Irving. That's the same discussion I had about Kyrie Irving. Devin Booker's
carry
really
a team.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. But you can still be a superstar and be second fiddle.
I don't know. I don't put superstars like that. I don't understand how you look at Devin Booker and say he's a superstar. I literally don't understand it. And if somebody can enlighten me on that, tell me why and make me see it from a different perspective, I'd be open to it. But I don't understand how somebody talks about Devin Booker in light with Luka, Ja Morant, Jokic, Embiid, LeBron, KD.
Is Kyrie Irving a superstar?
No. I said this before. If Kyrie Irving never played with LeBron James in Cleveland, he's a more skilled Kemba Walker.
But in the public eye, is he a superstar? That's what I'm saying. When you get paid, you're going to get paid like a superstar.
Yes.
You're going to be looked at like a superstar.
Yes.
Correct.
But if you bring Kyrie Irving on, he's not. Kyrie Irving's never been successful without LeBron James.
Based on the history of his career. And that's totally fair, bro.
So that's my point is he is not a superstar.
Right. To you, he's not.
He is a superstar in terms of box office.
To you, he's not a superstar. But to a GM, they could see him being a superstar.
That's
because
fine.
He can be the face of our team and our city.
That's perfectly fine. And you're never going to win anything. And I don't know if you put Kyrie on a team with 4 other regular guys that they would even make the playoffs. I don't think they would. Because that's not what Kyrie can do. That's not what Devin Booker can do.
Yeah,
a superstar for me is you put that guy on a team and he can say, yo, everybody get on my back. I got us. Let's ride.
So is Kevin Durant a superstar?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because Kevin Durant.
He never carried a team, though. You told me that a million times. You told me Kevin Durant has never carried a team
to a championship.
Yes, and that matters. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but he's never carried a team to a championship. But when you put Kevin Durant on teams, they get better. But I don't know why Kevin Durant runs from the grind, because I think if Kevin Durant was still on the Nets, they could have been good. But we'll never know because Kevin Durant doesn't do that.
That's my point. So what makes Kevin Durant a superstar amongst the players that you have mentioned?
Because I watched Kevin Durant in OKC for the beginning of his career.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook.
Put that team on the map, but he was better than Russell Westbrook.
I know, but Russell Westbrook was very, very good at the time.
He was,
and
I'm not
an
disputing
ascending
that.
star.
He was, but Kevin Durant was the guy.
And they had other pieces around him too.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I don't think you can
Big
put
Kirk.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka, Andre Roberson.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, here's the thing.
That's
Kevin
what
Durant,
I'm saying. So, like, if you're gonna say KD is a superstar, well, then you got to look at the other guys saying, all right, well, then that because your argument is they can't carry a team. And look, bro, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah,
that's a fair take, and I'll never argue with that because what you are saying is actually factually proven. We have seen it time and time again. They have never been able to take over a franchise by themselves and carry a team far in the playoffs or just even making the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at Kevin Durant, we talk about it all the time. You tell me, and I'm not putting you on the spot or anything, but you tell me he's not a superstar because he can't carry a team.
No, I said Kevin Durant is overrated because Kevin Durant can't carry a team.
Is he an overrated superstar?
It's hard because
Whoa.
excuse me. No, here's the thing. Kevin Durant, for me, I think Kevin Durant's great, but to me, there are levels to greatness.
Skill set wise.
Just no, in terms of winning and things like that. And with Kevin Durant, it's hard to judge. He joined the Warriors, dude.
I
like,
get it,
he
bro.
took away something that could have been great. Him and Russell Westbrook could have won a title together. Why he left and went to the Warriors and did all that, I don't know. He didn't think he could win with Russell Westbrook. When you're up 3-1 and you're a big part of the reason you blew that series.
Yeah, that was
because he was trash in game 6 and game 7.
Yep.
But my thing is with Kevin Durant is like, I don't look at Kevin Durant as like a legend of the game. I don't. I think he's great. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I don't look at him in the likes of the LeBrons and things like that. I've been on the record many times. I think Steph Curry's better than Kevin Durant. I don't understand how you argue it. If you're just looking at overall talent, yeah, it's easy to say that about Kevin Durant. He's 7 foot and shoots from anywhere on the court. Steph Curry revolutionized the game. Has won it before him, won it without him, was the leader of a 73-win team.
Won it with him.
Won it with him. Being a leader plays into that. Kevin Durant's not a leader.
Okay.
Kevin Durant, again, could have stayed with the Nets and had nothing to lose. But he ran from that grind. I don't know why, because if you put Kevin Durant on the Nets, they're a lot better.
So he's not a leader. That's what I got, right?
Yeah, Kevin Durant's not a leader.
Okay. So Devin Booker's not a leader. Kyrie Irving's not a leader.
No.
Right? But you deem them not being superstars
because
as opposed to Kevin Durant.
Because Kevin Durant's just a better overall basketball player.
I got it, bro. I know. I look at these guys as superstars.
Yeah, I don't. And
Period.
that's just how you define it.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, I have a very high standard I have a very high standard.
Our definitions are very different.
It's subjective.
Okay, that's fine.
But I just feel like when I look at a superstar, I look at a guy who I know I can count on every night, who I know is going to give me his best effort every single night, who's going to show up, who's going to lead, who's going to do this, who's going to do that. That's the way I look at superstars.
So are you telling me that Devin Booker doesn't do that night in and night out, doesn't give it his best, doesn't go all out, doesn't do all those things?
No, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm
trying to figure out what you are trying to portray.
I'm trying to portray that I don't understand how people look at Devin Booker and Kyrie Irving and say they're superstars. Explain to me why they're superstars, because I'm giving you reasons why they're not. They can't lead a team. They cannot be the best player on a championship team. I should have said that 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Kevin Durant can be the best player on a championship team. Devin Booker cannot. Kyrie Irving cannot.
Can be, but when was he?
He never was.
There you go, bro.
But he can be. If he wins it with the Suns, he's the best player on a championship team. I believe he can do that.
So you're saying you're going by the belief that he can do it.
He's capable of doing it.
Okay.
I don't look at Devin Booker and say that.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, they're two
especially after last year when you got blown off.
Look, bro, they're two different polar opposites. I mean, the skill sets are out of this world. They're not even comparable, and I get that. But I'm trying to figure out what your definition of superstar is, because if that might be what we're my definition missing, because I don't know.
My definition of a superstar is somebody that's capable of carrying a team and winning a championship. With Kevin Durant's just an all-star talent. He's won championships. I don't like what he did. I thought it was weak. And if Kevin Durant could win a championship with the Suns, it'll silence all my questions I have.
Wow. I'm shocked to hear that.
It'll silence all the questions I have because I don't think he made a super team.
Well, the Suns
He
were
made a
amazing
team
last year, though.
They lost a lot of their players, though. They lost Michael Bridges. They lost Jay Crowder. They lost Cam Thomas. So now they're top heavy. They don't have a deep bench like the Warriors did.
Right.
It's not going to be an easy run right now. It was easy. When you read a book, do you read the last page of it first? No, because you would know how it was ended. When he joined the Warriors, that's what it was. You were reading a book and starting on the last page.
Fair.
Because he made a team unbeatable. The Suns are beatable. It's going to be hard to beat them, but now they are beatable. So it's a lot different if he wins a championship for them.
Okay.
That one ring will be more important than his ones with Golden State. The same way the one for Cleveland is better than the ones in Miami for LeBron.
That's fair. I agree with you.
So I need some water. All right, guys, moving on to our NFL talk. All right, Derek Carr goes to the Saints.
That was fun. Some good NBA talk right there.
Yeah, Derek Carr goes to the Saints. What do you think about it? I love the move.
You love it?
Top 5 defense. He's never had a defense ranked higher than 20.
Okay.
Or lower than 20, higher than 20, excuse me. And he's got Michael Thomas, who seemed to love the acquisition on Twitter. I've had my issues with Michael Thomas.
Is he healthy?
Correct. He probably broke his thumb when he typed that. But with Derek Carr going there, you have a good quarterback. He's an upgrade from Jameis Winston. He's an upgrade from Andy Dalton. And he's reunited with Dennis Allen, who coached him for his first 2 years in Oakland.
I got to be honest with you, man. I don't know if I really love this. And I know I said the Saints were a quarterback away, and I really did. I
didn't even think of that. Fuck.
Oh, well, I thought of it.
They're quarterback away,
That's why I say I have some explaining to do. And I do. I said the Saints were a quarterback away. I don't know if Carr fits the Saints, though. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know, bro. I mean, you have a lot of question marks on that offense. You got to, the only bright spot they have really is Chris Olave. You don't know where you're getting Michael Thomas. You don't know Alvin Kamara's status. You don't know anything. All you got is Olave, right? So how can you help Derek Carr? Because based on what we watched in Las Vegas, and I know that he doesn't have a defense, we just talked about just now. He's never been the guy to put the team on his back and go for a deep run, right?
That's why I said he's just a good quarterback.
Yeah. So I don't know if I actually love this move. I don't know. I think it kind of seemed like a desperation move for the Saints.
They gave him a lot of money.
He gave him a lot of money. But other quarterbacks have gotten paid way more than him.
We'll get to that.
I think he's a top 12 quarterback, though. I'll say that.
I have to look at it.
And I think he'll do decent with the Saints. I just don't love the move because I don't know. I feel like there's better options on the table for him.
They were 8-9, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Or 7-10.
7-10.
I think they were 8-9. I don't know though. But either way, do you think they win more or less games this year?
I think they win more. I actually think they are the front runners to win divisions.
Oh, yeah. That goes without saying.
They have a top 10 defense. The only thing that I'm questioning is their skill. Their skill.
Well, they're probably not going to have Kamara.
Correct. And then I just said that. I don't know the status of Kamara. I don't know what I'm getting in Michael Thomas. The only bright spot I have is Chris Olave. So what else is enticing for me? Now, for me, it seems like Derek Carr all along, either that or he got turned away from the Jets. Because to me, it didn't look like he weighed all his options. Maybe I'm wrong. But based on the move, there's definitely better options out there. I think the Jets job is a lot better than the Saints.
No, I don't.
Why?
Because he's going to the AFC with a tougher conference.
Okay.
You can make a case that Derek Carr right now is a top 5 quarterback in the NFC.
Okay, so I'm talking about better team overall. But you're going by a situation, and that's fair. That's completely
would
fair.
you rather play Kyle Trask? Would you rather play Kyle Trask and all unknown quarterbacks, or would you rather have to go duel with Tua or whoever Miami has and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think people actually factor that in their decision?
Certain players do, like Derek Carr. Yes, bro. He's been in the AFC. He just had to go through those quarterbacks. He's the best quarterback in this division right now by a mile.
But Derek Carr doesn't strike me the guy to backtrack off competition. He seems like the guy that will go full force. He don't care who's against him.
Yeah, but also you have to have some self-awareness and know that you're just not on that level. And it's going to be an easier road for him. He wouldn't have to play one of them until the Super Bowl. I mean, they're not going to win a Super Bowl, but
I don't know if I like this move. I think they're the front runners to win the South.
absolutely.
I don't know what it does for me in terms of future wise. It's a 4-year deal, right? How much was guaranteed?
I forget. Maybe I forget honestly.
Was it 70 million?
Something like that, because I don't even know where they got the money from.
I think
it's
it was
probably
about-
backloaded.
I think it's about 70 million or something like that, guaranteed. So what I'm thinking is maybe it might be a 2-year deal. And
then they can get out of it.
they can get out of it. I don't think it's definitely not fully guaranteed. I think it's about 70 something million guaranteed with 160 million or 150 million he got, right? Was it 150 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. To me, it says 2-year deal. That's what it tells me. I don't see the impact being like a Drew Brees going to the Saints.
No.
Right.
No.
But
Again, if Sean Payton was there, I would love it more.
yeah, I would too. But they need to get weapons.
Yeah.
They need to get weapons.
Well, not if Michael Thomas comes back as slant boy.
You can't rely on that though, bro.
No,
It's
I
not-
agree. You know how I feel about Michael Thomas. I don't think he loves football.
It's not 2019 anymore, bro.
Yeah.
He hasn't been that way in 3 years.
And it's not Drew Brees.
And it's not Drew Brees. So it's definitely like it definitely factors. Like I just don't love the Saints overall right now.
Yeah.
Get him another wide receiver, we can have a different conversation. Get him a tight end, we can have a
They're
different
just
conversation.
strapped for cap space.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
I don't understand
So
how
how
they even
can you
got Carr.
improve?
Yeah.
That's why I don't love it, because I don't see how they can improve only through the draft.
And
The
they
problem
lost
is
their
they
10th
got
round pick
they
to
got
the
rid of the
Eagles.
first round pick.
Yeah.
So how do you improve the offense? Unless you're banking on Derek Carr to not make the mistakes like Andy Dalton made, Jameis Winston made, and all them boys, right?
I mean, look, bro, you got to think. You can add Derek Carr and you won 8 games last year.
right.
You have to improve.
Maybe, but you lose Kamara, right?
Yeah, but you can find a running back. What about Miles Sanders? I know the money.
cap
The
strap.
money. Yeah, the money. They're gonna have to draft one. Maybe they grab, Bijan.
Well, who was that the backup last year?
Wasn't it Ingram? It was Ingram, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Ingram, and then he ran out of bounds like a dickhead.
Caesar.
Yeah, then he ran out of bounds like an idiot.
Oh yeah, against the Bucks.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, so you don't love it?
I don't because I don't love their offense the way it's the way it's constructed. You got Taysom Hill as your tight end.
Yeah, you got me thinking now. So
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't love it, bro. You got
not a home run.
Olave is a great player. He had a great rookie year, and he's a player you could build around. But you also need somebody else to take off. It's like a Devontae Smith kind of thing.
yeah,
If they can get a wide receiver one, look the fuck out. Because you're right, you can fill in any running back and you can plug and play. But when I look at their situation, I don't love their skill positions. And Derek Carr, he has to make everybody else around them better. And he failed with Devontae Adams, then Darren Waller and them. So now this is going to be a big test to him to see if he can rally the troops.
yeah.
I don't know if he can. I don't know if
I don't
really
say a
love
lot
this
about Josh McDaniels if he comes out and balls out.
move. Facts. Big
It'll be
fact.
a big indictment on Josh McDaniels.
Yep.
Jets apparently are flying to meet with Aaron Rodgers. This is they're out of options if they don't sign Rodgers. Maybe the only way I could rationalize this with Rodgers, dude, is maybe they're thinking to have him and make Zach Wilson learn from him, because when Zach Wilson was doing his pro day and stuff like that, they were comparing him to Aaron Rodgers because of the way he can throw, because he's got a cannon. So I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think Aaron Rodgers goes there, retires?
I'm leaning towards he's going to stay in Green Bay. It sounds fucking crazy, bro. It really sounds insane. I know Green Bay may not want him back, but he holds a lot of leverage. He's getting $50 million.
$50 million. I was just going to say he holds $50 million worth of
I don't
leverage.
think Green Bay wants to end the relationship. I don't think they want to be the bad guy.
I do. I think they do want to end it. But that's just me. I think they want to go.
Let me backtrack real quick. I don't think Green Bay wants to end it knowing they could be the bad guy. They want Aaron Rodgers to be the bad guy. They want him to say, all right, I want out of here. then they'll be relieved. I don't think they want to come out and say that. Personally, I don't. I think Aaron Rodgers is going back to Green Bay. I don't think he's going to the Jets. I think, look, you're telling me this guy is going on a darkness retreat, and then he's 38, 39 years old, tail end of his career. He's going to get up from a place that he'd known for 17 years, and he's going to go to New York, the biggest scrutinized, media-driven city in the NFL. He's going to go there, and you think he's going to end his career there? I don't see that. To me, New York and Aaron Rodgers don't mix well.
I think he retires or he goes with the Jets. I don't think he goes back to Green Bay.
Wow.
I think they're ready for Jordan Love.
I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers is kind of loyal.
Geno Smith gets 3 years, $100 million contract, $52 million this year. Good for Geno Smith.
Fucking awesome. It's a 1-year deal, though.
It is. Well, good for Geno Smith.
It's a 1 year, maybe 2-year deal.
Maybe they're going to draft like Anthony Richardson, who's a project. They can let him learn behind Geno for a year or two and then bring him up.
Speak on that. Anthony Richardson.
The dude from Florida. Everybody's saying that he's not ready. He's a project. You just saw Pete Carroll. He worked with Russell Wilson. He worked with Geno Smith. Geno Smith been in the league 10 years. Comes up here, throws for 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He had a hell of a year. Gets a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Gets $52 million guaranteed in his first year. Good for Geno Smith. Even if it's 2 years, you bring in Richardson. He's a runner. See what Pete Carroll can do. You have Kenneth Walker. You still have DK. You have Tyler Lockett. Got Will Disley. No, but I'm saying you bring him in there. You let him run behind Geno. Geno's a pro's pro. He didn't bitch and complain. He learned. He got better behind Russell Wilson. He learned from Pete Carroll. Why can't Pete Carroll and Geno Smith now do that? And like I said, we said this before, keep Geno as a bridge, a 3-year deal. He just got it.
Geno Smith deserves to be a big, perfect role model for kids.
Hell yeah.
Never give up.
Never give up on your dream.
Even when things seem dark, even when things don't seem like they're going your way, you may have an opportunity. So keep grinding no matter what. And one day you'll get that opportunity. And when you get that opportunity and you shine, you're going to get rewarded for it. And that's exactly what Geno Smith did. That's an amazing story. That's an amazing story.
It's inspiring.
3 years, $105 million with $52 million guaranteed after being a backup the last 7 years. That is fucking amazing. That is something I've never seen before. And
it's a 30 for 30.
It's amazing, bro. Yeah, it is. It really is. I want to know what happened, what transpired from him going from backup to $105 million contract. What changed?
Pete Carroll.
His routine changed, his surroundings changed, study habits change, environment. I need to know.
I think it's
changed.
I think it's a compilation of all that. He learned behind Russell Wilson, who was an awesome quarterback. He learned from Pete Carroll. He sat there, he observed. And we were talking about this before, Russell Wilson, and we were talking about the team and stuff like that. The Seahawks have a good fucking team.
Right. But learning and watching and growing in that space mentally, observing the game.
Yeah,
I get it. You can get better at that, and in terms of calling out the defenses, what they're in, and stuff like that. But skill wise, it's a different quarterback.
Well,
bro.
Here's the thing: when he was with the Giants, he had Ben McAdoo. Ben McAdoo stinks. When he was with the Jets, I think he had Todd Bowles or whoever he had. I think it might have really been Todd Bowles. But
Rex Ryan.
He didn't have Rex Ryan, did he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or was it Adam Gase? I forget, whoever it was. But I don't think it was Rex Ryan, bro. It was Mark Sanchez. Oh, no. Then they might have drafted Geno Smith, 5th overall.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, right. So they had that. Rex Ryan's a defensive head coach. He never had a coach that could put him in good positions, and Pete Carroll can. And I said this, nobody gave Pete Carroll any credit for offense. They gave it all to Russell Wilson. And you saw this year, Pete Carroll could coach offense a little bit. He catered to Geno Smith's strengths, running the ball, high percentage throws, good things like that. And Geno Smith played well and cashed in.
Totally agree. It's amazing, bro. I personally, if I'm the Seahawks, I don't know if I'm giving Geno Smith $105 million. But I feel like they had to.
Most of it's incentive.
They had to, though.
But it was only 3 years. It didn't bury him, but he earned the right to play next year.
$52 million cap hit. It's going to bury him.
We're about to talk about somebody who just got a big deal soon. That is horrible. Josh Jacobs gets franchise tagged. They could have just picked up his 5th-year option for $8 million. Now they franchise tag him and they have to pay him $10 million.
It's the Raiders.
Bad organizations do bad shit.
It is the Raiders. They are poorly ran.
Tony Pollard also gets franchise tagged. He'll make $10 million. So between him and Zeke, $16 million goes to the quarterback. I mean, to the running back, excuse me. What do you think happens to Zeke?
I think he's either going to have to play on the vet minimum or he's going to be gone.
A vet minimum?
Yep.
You think that's the cut?
I think he's going to get.
Holy
I think he's
shit.
going to get a nice pay cut. I think it's going to be really bad,
I
dude.
mean, that's $14 million.
I don't think.
Isn't the vet million like 2.5
I don't think he's
or
he's-
1.3?
I don't think Zeke's coming back to Dallas
Interesting.
unless it takes a massive pay cut, and I don't think it.
We could bring in. I'll take Zeke on the Eagles for a 3rd down back.
Sure, you would, but I don't know if that's what he sees himself as a role.
Yeah.
You don't know that. You know what I mean? He could see himself as being an RB1.
I don't think so because he did say he was willing to take a pay cut because he doesn't want to leave Dallas. So I think he knows
I heard that was cap.
times
His
it's
dad said it was cap.
that could be cap.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you say that?
Maybe
why
he really
would
wants
you?
to be in Dallas.
But you're already giving up the bag.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't do that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see
That's
how
why I
that
think
plays
it's
out too.
Yeah.
All right, Lamar Jackson gets the non-exclusive franchise tag placed on him. That means other teams can offer him contracts. Apparently, the Panthers, the Commanders, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and one other team is out on it. I don't understand that. You said that you see Cap in there and the Falcons. I don't see why some of those teams wouldn't, especially if you're the Commanders.
So let me ask you a question. You're telling me all these teams came out today as soon as he got the tag that they're out on him?
That's
is
fishy.
bullshit.
I wonder if it's kind of like they're banding together with the owner.
I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think they're all in it. I think they're definitely going to explore the option. Look, the non-exclusive franchise tag is honestly, I think it's a great situation for Lamar.
Yeah.
I really do.
See your market.
Yeah, you see your market. It allows what other teams are willing to pay. And if the Ravens feel like they can match because they can match the offer sheet.
And if they
will
don't,
match.
they get 2 first-round picks.
Correct. So for me, it's a win-win on both parties. In order to see your worth, you have to sell it. You have to sell yourself to see your worth. So now he's about to go sell himself, and he's going to see what he's actually worth to other teams, right?
Yeah.
It's supply and demand, bro. It's literally like that's how it works. That's business, bro.
Well, I mean, if you're a team and you're quarterback needy and you could give an offer sheet and lose 2 first-round picks, why wouldn't you give up 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson?
Right. But it also allows him to actually say, okay, what am I worth? My guarantees, my years, everything. What am I worth? Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to give this information to the Ravens. It's either they pay me or they don't.
Yeah.
Now they're going to see, okay, what am I worth to the Ravens? Am I worth the $175 or $200 million guaranteed that I think I am, but they don't think I am?
You know what it is?
You'll know more about the Ravens more than you will about Lamar in the end.
It's like when you give your 2-week notice at work and your boss offers you more money to stay.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
You said.
So to me, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
He's not losing.
Yeah.
The only time he doesn't lose is if he doesn't play under the tag.
Yeah.
But he's going to. They're going to figure out something because there is going to be a team out there that's willing to go to heights to get Lamar
I don't
Jackson.
understand how the Falcons don't.
So you're saying the Commanders?
The Commanders, I
The
think, would be
Falcons.
excellent. Excellent.
You're right.
Good
So-
defense, good offense, scary. He'll have the best group of wide receivers he's ever been with, the best running back he's ever played with. The Commanders would be awesome. And now you got Eric Bieniemy.
So let me run it back. So what about the Jets?
It would be good, but it would be tough. It's a hard division. But Lamar Jackson's up there, I think. And if you put him on the Jets, they're better than Buffalo going into next year.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Yes. Buffalo's going to lose a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces.
Wow. Interesting. Never heard that.
You heard it from me first.
I like that.
I'm him.
Anyway, so all right, we're going back. Commanders,
Amazing. Second best team in the division.
Panthers would be
Good.
great.
Yeah, would be great.
Falcons, that's his best spot. They would be so fucking
They
good,
would.
bro.
They would. And I know why.
If
I know why.
Lamar
I get it.
Jackson went to the Atlanta Falcons, they would overthrow the Saints to be in the favorite.
Absolutely. Not even not even
it's
close.
Not even close.
He has
They
Kyle.
would be loaded, bro. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Drake London. They got the kid Tyler Algier, who's
Drake London,
a
him.
beast. They got Cordell Patterson. They got speed, bro. They would be a major problem. So I think Lamar's best bet is Atlanta. Who else is? Who else?
You know
out
what?
there?
I want to say this real fast. So Atlanta said that they're out on Lamar Jackson, correct?
Yeah, which is bullshit.
So let me get this straight. They were in on Deshaun Watson and out on Lamar Jackson. Seems like a good choice.
Speak on it.
I don't understand how that organization goes all in for Deshaun Watson last year. A guy who was accused of raping massage therapist and holding his feet and begging to be fingered, as I've mentioned on several occasions. And Lamar Jackson, who has a squeaky clean resume. Helps out kids, helps out families, never in any trouble with the law, never in headlines for bullshit except for the contract dispute. And now you're not in on that quarterback. Lamar Jackson's better than Deshaun Watson.
It's a lie, bro. There's no way they're out. There's no way. You're telling me 5 teams have came out today as soon as the tag was placed on them, they're not interested in Lamar Jackson. That is fucking bullshit. I don't care what anybody says. It's a tactic they're trying to play. What they're telling you is we have no interest. So now that you place a tag on them, you're locked by yourself to get the deal done. Yep. If you can't get the deal done, his value kind of decreases into the other team's favor. That's just what it is, bro.
Yeah.
They're playing it smart.
I feel bad for him.
I do,
to be honest, because this is really, really fucked up because he deserves his money. He earned every dollar.
I totally agree. But again, the Ravens are not obligated to pay him that kind of money.
Yeah.
Somebody could pay them, could pay him that money, but nobody's obligated to pay him that money. Is he worth it?
That remains to be seen.
Well, look, if you're going by the landscape of quarterbacks, yes. Yes. Because if Geno Smith can get 3 years, 105, Lamar Jackson should get his money too, right? Like, there's got to be a team that's willing to pay that. However, the problem is the Ravens don't see him as a $200 million quarterback. So what they're doing is they're saying, okay, go test the market, right? Now you're telling me none of these teams are interested in me. So now I'm going back to the Ravens, and now I'm fist fighting, right? And a deal still can't get done. A team says, you know what? We could use Lamar Jackson. We have a change of thought. Hey, Lamar, we'll pay you, since Baltimore is willing to pay you $150 million guaranteed, we'll give you $180 million guaranteed, $240 million contract, 4 years.
See ya.
Right?
He deserves that.
Correct. Right? So the team is going to say, fuck it. Yes, I'll take it. But they got a bargain. They got a bargain, bro. They're getting what they're doing is they're not paying the max because they don't have to. There's no other teams that are trying to acquire his services, which would drive up the price. When you have other teams battling, the price goes up.
Yeah.
You're bidding. Yeah. It's a bid. So
it's all sales.
When you don't have anybody, you're only left. Your option is your only option.
Until we get a text from 3 a.m. Lamar Jackson signs with whoever.
I'm telling
Commanders.
you. Do not sleep on the Falcons.
And I actually think you shouldn't sleep on the Commanders.
Commanders too.
With Eric Bieniemy now.
Fit. I mean, is there any other teams that need a quarterback that would be great for him? I mean, it's weird that the Jets would be interested in Aaron Rodgers but not interested in Lamar Jackson. Because Lamar
Jackson would be amazing in New York.
Well, I don't understand that logic either. I mean, you're willing to pay Aaron Rodgers $50 million, but you're not willing to pay Lamar Jackson.
And Lamar Jackson fits the timeline of your players. Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old.
That's
He's going to turn 40, I think, in December.
Right. He's more personable.
Yeah. Well, not even that. Just from a standpoint of age.
Right. Yeah.
The team's young.
Right.
So, all right, guys. Last topic before we get out of here. Daniel Jones, 4 years, $160 million, $82 million over his first 2 years, $94 million in guarantees.
Yeah.
One thing that guarantees is that we don't have to worry about the Giants for the next 4 years because they will not be making the Super Bowl. And I would be shocked if they made the playoffs next year.
Me too. I hate this for the Giants.
Daniel Jones just got paid $160 million because he didn't throw as many interceptions and didn't fumble the ball as much as he did last year.
Well, no, he got paid $160 million because he won a playoff game.
No.
That's exactly why.
Nick, over his last 3 seasons, he has played in more games than touchdown passes he's thrown.
No, and I get that, but he got paid because he won a playoff game.
Anybody can.
Right, I know, but that's the reason why he got paid, whether I agree with it or not.
But you can be smart. You should I'd rather overpay for Saquon.
Smart? I mean, the deal is anything but smart.
It's horrible.
4 years, $160 million. What is telling me it's a 2-year deal with $80 million guaranteed?
In the first 2.
2-year deal.
I doubt it, dude. I don't
Maybe
think
3.
so.
3-year deal.
Yeah, 3 seems more likely.
$160 million. I mean, once you're in year 3, you're gonna be owing him 40-something million. Is he gonna be worth 40-something million in year 3 of the contract? He's not.
No, hell no.
So that's what I'm saying. So, like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. But what I'm saying is, Daniel Jones gets 4 years, $160 million. Lamar Jackson can't even get a lick.
Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, Derek Carr are all getting contracts, and Lamar Jackson's here begging. Something screwed up.
I gotta be honest with you, though. I think the Giants kind of fucked the Eagles a little bit.
They fucked the Eagles by signing Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's why.
I can't wait to hear this.
Here's why.
Go ahead.
If Daniel Jones is worth $160 million in 4 years, what is Jalen Hurts worth?
I don't even think it matters.
It does matter.
I don't.
It will matter, Mike.
No.
Yes, it does, Mike. It's going to matter.
I don't think so, because I don't think Jalen Hurts has that type of character.
Bullshit.
I don't.
Did anybody think that Lamar Jackson had that kind of character either?
Nick, it's different.
Why is it different?
Because he's being offered 130.
Okay.
The Eagles aren't going to lowball Jalen Hurts because they respect him.
That's right. But what I'm saying is they're going to have to still fork up and
Oh,
ante it up.
of course.
Like,
but
Jalen Hurts is getting at least a $220 million contract. It's not even fucking close.
But my point is that he earned it. But like with Daniel Jones, bro, everybody knows the Giants are stupid.
Okay, so if that's the case, I think the Giants completely screwed the Eagles. Absolutely, bro. That price of Jalen Hurts is going to go way up because if you're going to put him in the likes of Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and them boys, they got $260 million.
Who?
Jalen Hurts deserves to get paid more. Than Kyler
absolutely.
Murray.
So does Lamar Jackson.
Right, but the price goes up.
Yes.
Because if Daniel Jones is making $40 million with one playoff game and Jalen Hurts was in the MVP conversation, made the Super Bowl, arguably could have been the Super Bowl MVP, and arguably had probably the best player in the Super Bowl in terms of statistics in that game, then yes, the man deserves to get at least $300 million, bro.
I got news for you. I think it affects Lamar more than Jalen Hurts.
Explain.
Lamar Jackson can't get paid right now. Now he's looking at Daniel Jones getting $94 million in guarantees, and he only got offered $40 million more.
That helps him.
It doesn't help the Ravens. It helps. It puts more pressure on the Ravens because if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm looking and going, I'm only worth $40 million more.
I'd be cracking the fuck up on the phone if I was on the phone with them.
Yeah,
like, you for real?
I know. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it is embarrassing. The Giants are just a disaster.
I have a question for you, just to wrap this up. This is the last question of the night. Out of all the quarterbacks, Derek Carr to the Saints, Jets with Aaron Rodgers potentially, Geno Smith back to the Seahawks, and Daniel Jones contract. Which contract is the worst? Which team is going to regret the contract the most?
The Giants, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
I'll go with you, the Giants too. Yeah,
it's not. It's literally
who's the second favorite between Geno and Derek Carr?
Derek Carr, because the Saints have a lot of issues, and they just paid out more money, and I don't even know where they got it from. The Saints have a lot of issues.
Okay,
and an aging roster.
Okay, cool.
So. All right, guys. Thank you. That concludes episode 147. I'm going to pass it off to Theories, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also, follow us on all of our social platforms as you do not want to miss our daily content on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby.